Okay, so today we're going to talk about the 6 essential nutrients. The bell ringer for today is on the board, but the question is pretty simple. What did you eat in the last 24 hours and was it balanced? Why or why not was it balanced? So I'm going to give you a couple minutes to write that down. Write down everything you ate, whether it was just like snack foods, candy, breakfast, lunch, all of that. Write everything you ate in the last 24 hours and then explain whether or not why you think it was balanced. As some people are still finishing up, but what is your idea of what makes a balanced day for eating? Okay, that's part of it. What else makes it balanced?
And meat, protein.
Okay. So salad and protein. So that's vegetables and proteins. What else do you need to eat for it to be balanced?
Your dairies.
Okay.
Carbs.
Carbs.
Vegetables.
Yes. You're 4 out of the 6 things.
Fruits.
Fruits and vegetables are kind of lumped together, but yes, they are different.
Grain. Is that
Yeah, that falls under carbs. There's 2 things that most people probably don't really think about as being like essential nutrients. What are you supposed to drink every day?
water?
Water, that's an essential nutrient. And then there's one other one. A lot of people take this in a supplement form. Vitamins and minerals. Okay, so those are the 6. We're gonna talk about what each one is and like key components of them. But it's important that you get all 6 of them, not just some of them. If all you ate, is salad healthy? Yes, but if all you ate was salad, would that be healthy? No, because you're missing out on all the other nutrients. Okay, so the 6 nutrients. If the clicker will work. There we go. Okay, carbs. This for a long time was thought to be the most essential one, but it's not really the most essential anymore. They rank proteins and vegetables as higher. Why do you think there was a difference there? And why it changed?
Can't you have too many carbs?
You can. Why do you think it was at one point ranked as the highest or most important?
Because it gives you more energy.
Okay, they do give you energy, but what happens if you eat too many?
You
You can get fat. Excess energy turns into fat. But it was ranked as being really important because of agriculture in the United States and how many fields, how much farmland there was, and there was an excess in production. So they actually changed what the pyramid was to make carbs as more important. Not that they're not important, but they're not the most important. So carbs provide energy to the body. That's the quickest way people think of it. Carbs are known as, or most carbs are known as like a fast digesting energy source. So fats also are an energy source. But if my body has fat and I'm also eating, what is my body going to use as the source of energy first?
Wait, the
what
carb.
I'm eating,
Oh,
what's in
yeah.
my stomach that's digesting. So, have you ever heard about like people doing intermittent fasting? Why do people do that?
So, because it
So
eats
you lose
fat.
that food.
Yeah, because you're using what your body has stored up and then you're replenishing. So you're using what's already there. That's one of the easiest ways to lose weight is to burn the fuel sources you have before adding more. Because your body's going to take what's the most readily available, or what's there. Supplies glucose, which is what? What is glucose? Yeah, sugar. So it's a supply of glucose or sugar for the brain to function. You have to have it for your body to work like it's supposed to, specifically your brain. It stores energy as glycogen in the liver and in muscles. You want to have some storages of energy, but when it becomes excessive, that's when it turns into fat. Then it is a spare protein for growth and repair. You need protein, but then you also need carbs for it, and it aids in digestion. A lot of older people, what are they told to add into their diets? Or specifically fibers. Why? Because you have to have it to be able to go to the bathroom.
So like
It's an
bananas.
important thing. So that's why you have to add fiber as you get older, because your body doesn't function the same. So they a lot of times push things that are higher in fiber, that way their body will still function regularly. Carbs is important for your body to be able to recycle waste. Okay, the second nutrient that we're going to talk about, proteins. This is up there with vegetables as the most important. But before we go through it, why do you think proteins are important? Okay. Carbs, I said, are fast or slow digesting. Typically fast. So, like they tell a lot of athletes or like long distance runners, you want to have a high carb meal before because it digests quickly. But what do they also need? Protein, because it's slower to digest. It's more filling of a food and it digests slower, so it's a longer source of energy. Carbs act quick, protein stretches out over time. Proteins are made of amino acids, which that's what it breaks down into, and it supplies your body with fuel, but it also helps to build your body's muscles. Not just muscles, helps with bone growth and development too, but proteins help to build you up. If you are someone who is pretty active, you play a sport, you go to the gym and work out, whatever, you have to have proteins or your body will start to essentially decompose because you don't have that store there. They help to build and repair the body tissues, not just muscles, but other parts of your body. They act as enzymes that speed up chemical reactions. In other words, if you have a lot of protein in your diet, your body functions quicker. Those reactions happen quicker, but if you don't, then it happens slower. They support the immune system. Each of the 6 nutrients are important for your body to function. Proteins have a big part in how often you get sick. If you're someone who doesn't eat a lot of proteins, you're going to be sick more often because your body doesn't have that to help with that process. Some proteins function as hormones, or in other words, you need those for your hormones to be regulated. If your diet is up and down, like one day you might eat a lot of protein and the next 2 you don't eat any, your hormones are going to fluctuate as a result. But if you eat consistently and have a balanced diet, then your hormones stay more steady. It's not like these flare-ups where today I'm extremely sad or down, and today I feel a lot better and I'm happy. You're not going to have as many swings if you have more protein in your diet. They're found in foods like meat, eggs, beans, nuts. All of those contain proteins. They function a little bit differently. Some people have allergies to specific things like nuts. Some people have allergies to like meats. A lot of times people can get an allergy from ticks, where if they get bit by a tick, then red meat will cause them to break out. So they have to change out what they would have eaten as red meat with something like chicken or fish, or they have to go more into like the nuts or eggs or that type of proteins. Next is fats. Typically we think of fats as bad, and that was something the United States did pretty poorly. They cut out all of the fats that were in foods and added a bunch of sugar because it took flavor out when you took the fat out. So then when they added it with a bunch of sugar, what happened to people in the United States?
I got fat.
Yeah, they started getting fat because of the sugar content. Fats are not bad. Can you eat too many of them?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, just like with any of the nutrients, you can eat too many of them, but you have to have them in your diet. Fats are a type of nutrient that provide energy, just like proteins and carbs do. Fats also provide energy. They help they help your body to absorb different vitamins. So in order for you, say you take a vitamin supplement, you take a daily vitamin, your body has to have the right nutrients in it in order to absorb those vitamins. You can't just say, okay, I'm gonna supplement all of it, but then not eat that. It doesn't work that way because you have to have the rest of the nutrients for your body to actually take those in. Fats help to protect your organs and to keep the body warm. What's one of the things people who are like pretty heavy and then they lose a bunch of weight, like say they lose 100 pounds or 150 pounds, they go from being hot all the time to what? Being cold. Because fat's like an insulator. There's a good amount to have, there's an excessive amount to have, and you can also have too little, where your body doesn't function like it's supposed to. I think it's under 15%. Once females get under 15%, they have to start supplementing because their body doesn't have enough fat to function like it's supposed to. Males can go lower and still function normally. Females have to have a higher content for their body to function normally. Fats are a part of the cell membranes. They can be saturated or unsaturated. If you had to guess, which are typically better?
Unsaturated?
Yeah, unsaturated, right? And then they're found in foods like oils, butter, nuts, and avocados. You can add that into like eggs when you're cooking eggs, or if you eat oatmeal, cereal, you can add a little bit of like olive oil, stuff like that that has these fats in it to help supplement or add that into your diet. It's really important for your organs though. There is an excessive amount where you've probably heard of like fatty liver where it's too much fat, but your organs have to have fat surrounding them for those to function right. Next we have vitamins. Your body doesn't need as much of these as what it does any of the others, but you still have to have them. If you think about it, how big is a vitamin that you take? A little bitty, right? But it contains a bunch of them. It's because your body doesn't need a ton, but it needs them. Most people are deficient in at least 3 or 4 vitamins in their diet because they don't prefer to eat certain foods, so you're missing out on those vitamins. That's why they recommend that most people take a daily like multivitamin, is to help supplement those. The other thing, you can get vitamins from sunlight. That's a big one. Most of the people that spend a decent amount of time outside in the sun are more sufficient in vitamins than what people who never go outside are. Different vitamins have different functions. Some vitamins help the immune system, supporting that. Some help your body to have energy. Some of you have probably heard, or most energy drinks have what vitamin in them? It's B something. B12, that's known as like an energy supplement. It helps your body to have energy. Your body produces some of it naturally. What's a sleep hormone that your body produces? Melatonin. People also take supplements for it. Vitamins are found in foods like fruits, vegetables, and dairy products. Most of your foods are going to contain a lot of your vitamins. When do people typically eat those? In the morning. Yeah, because then your body has them throughout the day. Meats also have vitamins in them. So like red meat and white meat have different types of vitamins in them, but you can also get it from that. But that's why fruits and vegetables are important, is because they provide the majority of the vitamin content. And minerals. Minerals are nutrients that the body needs in small amounts, just like vitamins. And again, it's something that a lot of people don't really think about or spend a lot of time thinking about. But they help to build strong bones and teeth. What are your teeth made of? Calcium, yeah. So that's why they recommended that you drink milk, is to help fortify bones and teeth. Calcium is something, once your teeth start to chip, like once you get receding gums and that calcium is exposed, what starts to happen to your teeth? They can fall out. Before that, they start to decay or erode away, and your body doesn't really like heal that. You can break a bone and your body will heal it if you have enough calcium in it, but your teeth, once you lose your baby teeth and get your adult teeth, it's not really going to produce new ones. Some animals do, like sharks lose teeth every year and produce more. Humans don't though. So it's important to have a good amount of calcium and other minerals in your diet. That way you don't lose what you do have. It's the same thing as people get older. That's why they recommend having more calcium in their diet or more minerals in their diet, is so their bones don't start to decay as much. Some minerals support muscle and nerve functions. They help carry oxygen in the blood, so to get to the rest of your body. And then minerals are found in foods like vegetables, meat, dairy, and grains. Water. That's something that probably all of you have heard, probably from your parents too. If you say, I have a headache, have you drank water today? It's probably asked a lot, right? Well, water is the most vast nutrient in your body. Does anybody know roughly how much of your body is made up of water?
80%?
70%, ballpark. a little more, a little less. But it's important. It helps everything flow throughout your body. So if you're dehydrated, your body doesn't get the nutrients it needs throughout the rest of your body. That's why when you get dehydrated, what starts happening? You can pass out before that happens. Fatigue. Start to feel sick.
Your eyes get blurry.
Eyes can get blurry. What happens to your head?
Your ears start ringing.
Your ears can start ringing.
You get a headache.
Get a headache, get lightheaded. It's because the nutrients aren't being spread throughout your body. Water is essential, not just for hydration, but so that it carries throughout your body. Water transports nutrients throughout the body. It helps remove waste from the body. Same thing, like I said with fiber, water is really important for digestion too. If you don't have those two things, you're not going to go to the bathroom. Lastly, body's made up of a large amount of water, approximately 70%, like we said a second ago. So those are the 6 essential nutrients. Different foods have different amount of contents in those. You wrote down on your paper, which you'll turn in a few minutes. You wrote down on your paper what you ate in the last 24 hours. I'm going to give you an example of 2 different meals. So these 2 different meals, one of them is a good example. So one is a pretty balanced diet. One is a not very balanced diet. You're gonna break them into small groups and you're gonna analyze what these meals are. So here's an example. Breakfast on one of the meals, scrambled eggs, whole grain toast, an orange, milk, and a glass of water. It's a pretty big breakfast, right? Most of us probably aren't gonna eat that every day, or that much every day for breakfast. But you would identify then what in that meal fits each nutrient group. So obviously water fits what? Water, right? It's pretty obvious. But you're going to identify, okay, for breakfast, here's the food that fits this nutrient group. And you're going to write that down. Do it on the same sheet of paper as your bell work. This one you'll get in a minute, and you're going to create a meal plan for yourself. Okay. We can do it as from Ranisha and Ava. Y'all move over, and y'all be a group of 4. Diego, Jocelyn, y'all's rows come together and be a group of 4, and y'all be a group of 3. So there's a meal on the front and a meal on the back. For each one, identify, or you can write it on that same sheet of paper. You don't have to use the other one. You can do it either way. You can write it on that one. Write what each food or drink fits into.
Okay, so breakfast.
That's good together.
More vitamin D.
Which one?
Oranges, they have vitamin C.
So I can't spell
Don't overthink it. Try to work through it pretty quickly, okay?
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just like that.
That's peanut butter's protein.
It's a. Oh, no, this is.
I'm on the second one.
Protein. Peanut butter would be like a fat.
It would be
protein.
fat and a protein.
Oh, yeah.
Grilled chicken sandwich and whole grain bread. That's a protein.
That can be a little bit of a cheat sheet if you're not sure.
Okay. So we can put vegetable first.
Yeah.
Yogurt and
Wait.
Milk, water.
I do like water.
But like not every meal, maybe some tea.
You
or
can mix
something.
in other drinks, but you still need water, which some other drinks have water, right?
Yeah, like my sweet tea.
It's not bad, you can drink it in small amounts, but if all you drink was sweet tea,
No.
yeah, probably not.
Is it exactly?
Is it chicken protein? So this trail?
Yeah.
It's hard. It's got carbs, protein, and Wait, there's no fruit in it.
A raisin. A raisin's not a fruit.
Wait, are raisins not fruits?
Yeah, they are.
How's it fruit?
What are raisins?
It's a dried
They're
raisin.
There you go.
You're
Right.
right. Salmon. What's that? It's fancy fish.
Oh, it's a
Is everybody
protein
just not
day.
finished with A?
And
Or close?
rice is carb. Wait, I'll see it up there. I was like, what is it?
Alright, if you're not done, we're gonna work through it pretty quickly together. So for breakfast, what were the carbs that y'all identified?
Whole grain toast.
Okay, toast and there's another one,
Milk.
the orange. It's a fruit or a vegetable, but it also contains
Vitamin
carbs
C.
and vitamin C. Okay, what about protein in breakfast? Jordan, what you got for proteins? Eggs and milk also contains protein. What about fats? The eggs. What about vitamins?
Orange.
The orange has vitamin C and the
Milk.
eggs. Milk also has it. Vitamin what?
A.
D.
D.
But I thought that came from the sun.
Does. Alright, minerals. What's another thing in milk? Starts with a C. Yeah, calcium. And then you get iron from the eggs, and then obviously water had the water content, and the orange has some water content. Okay, the snack, what's the carbs in that?
Peanut butter.
It has some,
What apple?
and apple, it has carbs. It's a fruit or a vegetable, but it also has carbs in it. What about the protein?
Peanut butter.
And the fat?
Peanut
Peanut butter. What about vitamins?
Water. Apple.
The apple. Minerals? Peanut butter. Peanut butter has magnesium in it too. And then water and the apple, water content. Okay, lunch, carbs,
The chicken and toast.
the sandwich, the bread in the sandwich has the carbs, and what else? It's a vegetable.
Carrots.
The carrots. What about protein?
The chicken.
And
Yogurt.
yogurt. The chicken and yogurt. What about the fats?
The chicken. The yogurt.
And the
Bread.
chicken.
The chicken.
Chicken's a very lean meat compared to like beef, but it does still have fat content in it. Then what about vitamins? Gracie, what do you think had vitamins in it? For lunch.
Yogurt.
Yogurt does, and there's one other one. Most of your fruits and vegetables. Yeah, the carrots. Okay, what about minerals?
Water.
Water and the yogurt has calcium, which is a mineral in it. Alright, we're gonna skip to meal plan B, because I think most of y'all got done with A. Was meal plan A pretty balanced? Yeah. Now, do most people eat that way?
No.
No. So do you have to eat that structured or that strict to what you're eating? No, but try to have a meal or two where you have some of those things in it so that it's balanced. Just look at breakfast for meal plan B. What is it really high in?
Sugar.
Sugar and carbs.
Yeah.
Are carbs a bad thing?
No.
What are excessive carbs though? They're a bad thing. It's not bad. Can you eat a donut? Can you eat a couple of them? Yeah. But what if you did that every day?
You'll get big.
I feel like get pretty big, right? Same thing with the sugar content. It's also very high in fat. Fried foods have a high fat content. It has a little bit of protein from the chocolate milk, but there's no water and very low vitamins and minerals. So are you starting your day off equipping your body very well? No. Then we go to the snack. What's it pretty high in? Sugar and
Energies.
sugar and carbs. It's very high in that. Yes. Energy. Go to lunch. What is it high in?
Fat.
Fat. Yeah.
Dairy.
Very high fat. It does have a little bit of dairy, but is a milkshake the best way to get that? No. Can you have a milkshake? Yeah. But should we probably, based on what we've eaten so far, should we probably keep doubling down on those things? No. Look at your snack. Cookies and a soda. Again, can you eat those things?
Yes.
Yes. But what has our whole day been full of? Sugar, carbs, and fats, right? If that's how we ate every day, we're probably not going to stay very healthy, right? And then your dinner. All of those things are okay to eat, again, but when you're eating that much of them, frozen pizza, garlic bread, ice cream, and a soda. It's a lot of sodas, right? It's probably not going to lead down a very healthy road. So you can eat things and mix them in, but for what meal plan B is, that should be like one of those meals you mix in with some of the things from meal plan A. It's a balance. Not everybody wants to eat this stuff on meal plan A all the time, right? It doesn't sound very enjoyable. You can still eat things that you like or things that taste good, but mix some of the other things in where it is balanced, where you are giving your body everything it needs to function. All right, you can move back to where your desk was. For this one, you're gonna work by yourself, and it's specific to you. So it has a spot on here that says goals for this meal plan. In other words, what are you trying to accomplish? Am I an athlete? Am I just someone who's trying to eat a little bit healthier? Am I trying to gain weight? Am I trying to lose weight? What are you trying to do? Doesn't have to be a super in-depth answer. And then break down, list a couple of foods / drinks that you're gonna do. Make it similar to what you would eat. Don't make it unrealistic. But try to make a healthy meal plan. And if you need help finding something that fits, you can look at the screen up there. This is called My Plate. You can go to myplate.gov and it has this on there, and it also breaks down like more in depth if you want to read a little bit. It shows foods that fit into those categories, and it kind of explains why those things are important too. You got about 5 minutes to work on it. So just try to get as far as you can. If you don't finish it today, we can work on it again another day. You can also use the meals you just looked at if you need some ideas. Do what?
What are you doing here?
If you're finished with it, I'll come get it in just a second. You got just a couple minutes left. Make sure you put your name at the top of it, because I'm gonna take them up and we'll finish it on Monday if you didn't get finished. Alright, if your name's on it, you can go ahead and pass it up to the front of the row, and I'll hand yours back to you on Monday if you weren't finished with it.